of the Wine Up because we have a very special guest with us today, Miss Shannon Thornton.
Hey.
Everybody knows, hey girl, hey. Everybody knows her as M.I. Crooked letter, humpback, humpback.
Yes.
So welcome to the Wine Up. Again, I'm your host, Porsha Monique. And at the Wine Up, we drink wine, we talk everything girl talk. Tonight we're talking everything P Valley. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know what I'm drinking on. I'm drinking a little sangria. I got started already, so y'all see my cup is my glass is a little half. I got started already, but I'm going to pass the baton to Rocki. She's on my left. Rocki, go ahead.
Hey, everyone. I am drinking on an old favorite, Mango Scotto by Mr. Earl Stevens. Got some raspberries in the bottom to get a little zhuzh in it. So, hey, everyone, welcome. I'm passing the baton to Christen.
Hey girl, hey. So I am sipping on, for the first time, a little Riesling this evening, but not any Riesling.
Her connection is the first time that happened for her. We're going to pass the ball over to Shannon. Shannon, please go ahead and introduce yourself. Let us know if you are drinking on something right now. If not, yes, grab it. Absolutely. Okay. I don't know what's going on with Christen. That's the first time that it happened. But tonight, I know you guys have been watching P Valley.
I've already started, but it's like
so you started too.
P Valley glass.
Oh yeah, P Valley glass.
Little like sparkling rosé in there. So
Ooh.
Love it.
Premiere.
Right. So we got the season premiere of P Valley. Listen, if you guys haven't
the finale.
The finale. That's what I said. That's what
I said
know
first,
what you meant.
you said it.
Oh, okay. I'm like, that's what I said, right? We have another lovely co-host. We'll let her introduce herself. And we still can't hear her. We still can't hear you. No.
Oh my gosh.
I think Mercury might be in retrograde. And I'm just saying because this has been going on for quite some time. Anyway, it's a full moon. Okay. So Shannon, you got Rocki and I right now. We good. But we gonna talk everything P Valley.
Okay.
Girl. So season finale airs tonight. We've seen it. If you have not been watching P Valley, you have literally been living up under a rock. It's the hottest thing on TV right now. We're so sad to see it go, but we're also so happy that you guys got renewed for a season. Yay!
So excited about that.
I'm sure. Have you guys started taping yet?
No. The Corona's being a hater. So
right.
Things calm down and everybody wears their masks like they're supposed to.
Exactly. Can we just Can we just do a teamwork project and everybody get A? I'm just saying.
Come on.
Please. Make the
A for effort. So E for effort. So your character, Keyshawn, Miss Mississippi, you have a very complex storyline. Keyshawn is a new mom. She's a stripper. She has newfound fame with her Instagram fame. Her and Lil Murder are the it couple. You guys are media stars, but she's also in an abusive relationship with your child's father, who also happens to be white. Like, shout out to Couture for that. But when you read the script and you saw the part about domestic violence, like what went through your head and how did you prepare for having to portray that role of being in an abusive relationship?
That part broke my heart, really. I read that part and then I read a part in the script in the first episode where she talks to Diamond and he offers to kill him for her. And my heart broke even more. I'm just like, oh, she just seems so harmless and she has these big dreams and I just feel like she just keeps getting in her own way. And that was something that really drew me to her and made me really want to portray her. You don't see people this complex on television quite like this.
Right.
And I really thought it was important to tell her story, you know.
Loved it.
Yeah.
So I'll pass the ball over to Rocki.
I love it. I love how you said that she gets in her own way. Because Keyshawn is, I really loved as the season progressed, watching her evolve as a character. It's like she was humble and empathetic, and then she was also shrewd and feisty as well. So I loved seeing how she kind of came out of her shell. So what are your thoughts on her persona? You said you love bringing her, you wanted to tell her story, but how have you done that, showing the multifacets of Keyshawn and Miss Mississippi?
Well, we're all very complex people. We're not just one layer. We're not just one color, you know, just us as people in general. Like, you don't have to be a character on television to be complex and to be nuanced and to be complicated, you know. And when tackling this role and playing the many different sides of who Keyshawn is, I just wanted to play it with honesty and to have my characters back no matter how much I disagree with her decisions. Because there were some things that I really tackled with. Like, I would look at the script and I would be screaming. I'd be like, no, why? I'm like, dang it, I have to play this. I gotta do that. But you gotta have your characters back as an actor. And I knew that it was just as important to play the humorous side of her, because she does have this really great sense of humor and she's really funny, to play those light moments, because she needs those light moments. She just needs it because she's, for the most part, in a very dark space. So I really wanted her to fully enjoy those moments where she is laughing when she is just, you know, feeling herself a little bit. And you know, that's kind of a form of escapism for her, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Pass the ball.
You want me to
somebody. Pass it.
Christen or Latrice? Hopefully, ladies,
Latrice.
I pass it to Latrice.
We're not passing it to Latrice.
Okay, Christen, how about you?
I can't hear you. Oh my goodness.
Testing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Herself.
Okay.
No,
My technical difficulties are over. So I'm gonna jump right in here, taking it back light. I know you had mentioned, Shannon, about Miss Mississippi's, you know, taking it light, having lighthearted moments.
Yeah.
P-Valley is on fire. So to the point that even Megan Thee Stallion joked about fundraising 50K. She needed 50K to say to Pink.
Yes.
So with that in mind, I had a question for you. If you could have any artist, living or dead, make an appearance on P-Valley, who would you like to see?
Man, if Beyonce was on P-Valley, I would die. Like,
we all would.
and I would have to be in the scene with her, even if it was like a dream sequence, because it would have to be a dream. Because like, how she was I would be so jealous if I was not in that scene and I found out she was on set. I'll just be like, I would lose my mind.
I love that. Can't y'all see B out there? I mean, because she did partition.
She watches the show.
And Naughty Girl. Remember the Naughty Girl?
I was just about to say Naughty Girl, okay?
Yes. Okay. Somebody at Beyonce, because we need Beyonce to be in the next season too.
There we go.
Beyonce on the pink,
hashtag P-Valley.
Hashtag Beyonce on the pink. Beyonce on P-Valley.
Beyonce, get a pink 50,000 because we need it.
Baby.
Latrice, can we hear you now? If not, I'll go ahead and ask my next question. Latrice. I don't think we can. Okay, so Shannon, what is your favorite part about playing Miss Mississippi and bringing her to life?
My favorite part about playing her is my favorite, most fun parts are the parts where she's funny. And
Okay.
she's just having a really good time. And
Yeah.
she's just like,
Mhm.
and just like really into her little
Yeah.
quirkiness and just being bubbly and fun. Like that's the best time. The hardest parts for me is when I have to go to that dark place and do that. But that's also very rewarding because there have been women who have contacted me personally who are survivors of domestic violence, and they've thanked me, and they're really grateful for the show, and they can relate to her in such a deep way. And you know, that's really important to me as an artist as well.
Yeah.
Putting a mirror up to what's going on in the real world, you know, so hopefully somebody can look at that situation and be like, maybe it is that bad. I didn't think it was that bad, but now that I see it, you know.
Right.
Well, we love it too. We love her quick, witty, her funny self. We love how she, you know, tells people off, and she's quick with just, you know, coming up with the jokes and letting people know. And even in that scene with Little Murder, when you know, they were kind of I guess trying to out him and ask him where he was that night, and you was like, he was with me. So let's cut to the chase because he was with me. So we love all of that. Love it, love it, love it. Rocki.
And so I love the show in general, Shannon. It's a groundbreaking show because, as you said, it's like shining a light on a world that a lot of people don't know about. And I heard that Katori Hall said that she even she credits Cardi B for, you know, it's for pretty much shining a light on the giving people, you know, introducing people to the strip club culture. So yeah. I love how it explores the humanity of strippers. I love that. I love how it's from a woman's point of view. It's not just about the, you know, the salaciousness of it. It's about showing that they're real people. So describe that moment when you realized the show was having this impact, because it's like it's exploded. What is a moment for you? Like you say, you have fans coming up to you. What is a moment when you're like, this show is really, you know, it's shifting the narrative in our culture?
I think the first episode, when people were commenting on Mercedes' last dance and the music cut out and all you could hear was her breathing, and how they compared her to an athlete. And that was the point. And I'm so glad it didn't go over people's heads, and they you know, realize that sex work is work. It's labor, just like any other job. And another moment in episode 1 was when Miss Mississippi passes the baby off to Diamond, and she goes on stage. They announce her name, and she completely, everything that happened earlier in that day just goes away, and you don't even realize the kind of day she's had. And that just shows how resilient women are in general, not just dance, but women, period. So that's when I realized
that. And I love how they show that strippers are people as well, that they're not just, as you said, sex workers, that they're moms, they're sisters, their aunts, they're, you know, they have concerns about their family and how they're a family amongst each other as well. I love that.
Yeah, but we got a lot of comments on those things specifically when the show came out, and that was really, really cool. I'm glad that it touched a lot of people in that way.
Yes,
absolutely.
Christen.
So I'm gonna jump in here. So the ladies of P-Valley have set it off from gangsta walking on the ceiling to the stage, honey. I would love for you to share like your audition process, from pole training to a little bit of just what it took for you to prepare for the role as Miss Mississippi.
Well, the audition, I initially auditioned for a different character on the show. My first audition was for someone else, and I wanted Miss Mississippi so bad. So I was almost disappointed that I didn't get the audition for Mississippi. But I was also grateful because it was like a foot in the door, and I love the project so much. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And they liked it so much that they finally did ask me to read for her. And I went on tape once for Mississippi, once for another character. And then I got a call back with Katori in person. So in person, I'm dressed head to toe in stripper gear. I had like body glitter on. I
You
looked
had
like
the floss.
and I was, I had platforms on. It was something. It was a sight to see. And all the other girls in the room, nobody was dressed. Everybody had sweaters on and like leggings and boots. And they're going.
They didn't want it.
They weren't ready. They weren't
They
ready.
didn't want it. They didn't want it.
They
saw who showed up and who claimed the role. They didn't want it. They didn't go the extra mile.
Yeah, exactly.
And I ultimately got the part, but sitting next to me in the waiting room was Alphonse, who plays Lil Murder. We hadn't even gotten the part yet. We're sitting on is a two-seater, like the couch, and we're sitting next to each other and we don't even realize it until he told me afterwards. He was like, I saw you in the room, but you were so like zoned out, because I had my headphones in when I sat down. I was just like getting myself ready, but it was really cool that we were in the same room at the same time, because there's auditions all day long, you know. But I auditioned to Nuck If You Buck by Crime Mob. That was my dance, because we got to dance in the audition as well. We had 3 scenes in the stage. So that was a lot of fun. And then once we got the part, we went into stripper boot camp and we trained for about 5 months. Everybody, wherever their cities were. Like if you're based in LA, they had somebody in LA teaching you like actual strippers, actual like competitive pole dancers teaching us routines and tricks and all kinds like inversions and crazy stuff. And then when they flew us out to Atlanta to film, we trained for another 5 months because we were filming for that amount of time. And we were dancing like almost every day for hours. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I want to jump into something fun, Shannon. So I'm going to call this a speed lightning round, right? And so I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind, 1 word answers only. Okay. It's fun. It's fun. She's like, okay. So what's your favorite color?
Ooh, royal blue.
Love it. Heels or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Jeans, dress, or athletic wear?
Athletic wear.
Okay. Wine. Right, because Miss Mississippi not that, but okay, we're gonna keep going. Wine or liquor?
Wine.
Early riser or night owl?
Night owl for sure. Woo.
Road trip or get flued out?
Ooh, road trip or get flued out, because road trips are so fun. I'll do a road trip because I could fly myself out. I don't need nobody to fly out. I got a lot of pride. I would rather.
I ain't mad at it.
Okay, beach or mountains?
What?
Beach or mountains?
Beach or mountains? Beach.
Text or call?
Call. I like phone calls. Yeah.
DM or null?
No.
Okay, and the last one, trap or R&B?
Ooh, it depends. That's hard. That is hard, because on P-Valley it was trap all day.
It was, but we was getting it though.
I was like, play some trap. We were getting our makeup done. Like, I want to hear trap music.
Yes.
Ooh, R&B. 90s R&B. Actually.
Love it. Yes. So we just got a glimpse of who you are as Shannon Thornton. She's a little starkly different from Miss Mississippi, but we love it all. Yes. Rocki, go ahead.
I love it. I love how obviously you are multifaceted, as you said. And I want to ask, you recently shouted out your acting coach of over a decade, Anthony Abeson. Is that how you pronounce his name? So you've played in Power, Dynasty, and now P-Valley. talk about how he has trained you for those different roles to transition, because each role is totally different. So how has he trained you to transition into these different roles?
He's always taught me to, which is something I live by when it comes to acting, to live truthfully under imaginary circumstances. So no matter how much I don't believe in what's going on, it could be aliens in front of me. I can be in grave danger. Even though I know that Shannon is okay, my character could be on the brink of death, but we have to believe that these imaginary circumstances are true. And he really taught me to just be honest in everything I do. Good acting is being honest. The truthful actors are the best actors. So every single role I do, I bring forth truth to. So
Definitely did empower.
Yes, Miss Quinn. Yes, Miss Quinn in power. Let them know. Christen.
So we know you've brought just the complex character of Keyshawn to life this season. With Miss Mississippi star on the rise, where would you like to see her character evolve in season 2?
Ooh. I think it would be so fun to see her rapping, because she did it a little bit in the she was in the
She's got bars.
I can't even say it because we're not at episode 8 yet, but you get like a little taste of her rapping skills. So I think it would be fun to delve into that, kind of like Cardi B.
I love it.
And other former dancers who are now, in the music industry. I think that would be really cool.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
Love it.
So I know you have a hard stop at 7:30, so we're gonna make sure that you're off at 7:30 at 7:22. But I do have a question for just the younger generation out there, and maybe even the older generation, those people who are aspiring to become actors and actresses. Having the courage to reach for your dreams, it could be daunting sometimes, but you've managed, like Rocki said, you've managed to land all of these 3 amazing roles, Dynasty, Power, and now P-Valley. What are 3 acting tips that you would give to an aspiring actress and or actor?
It sounds so cliche and so like cheesy, but you cannot give up on yourself. I've been doing this for 10 years. Like, my acting coach I've had literally for over a decade since I started acting. And I've been on about 10 projects. Those 3 that you mentioned are the most notable, but I've been in 10 things, and P-Valley is, I guess, my big break, but it's taken so long. And there was a period of time, about 5 years straight, where I didn't book anything. I didn't get callbacks. I didn't hear, my phone was dry. Nobody would even, my representation wasn't even picking up the phone for me. Wow. They were in meetings.
Wow.
So you cannot give up on yourself. And I'm just one of those people who has to see it through to the end. I would have been, because I saw all my peers booking series regular roles in these big movies, people I was in class with. And I'm like, I can't give up. Like, if I give up and I'm watching everyone around me soar,
right,
I just hate that feeling of regret. So I would say, do not give up, train, go to somebody like really notable, do your research on good acting coaches, not people just trying to make money coaching people, like teaching people how to act, and they're not really teaching you anything, and they've only been training for like a year or so. Get some really great acting, some coaching under your belt for years. Don't just take a workshop. Years. Get good headshots. Study. Okay. And that was way more than 3, I think.
But no, I think it's definitely useful. Yes, people can definitely benefit from that, especially the first one. Like, I think we as people, we have to learn how to bet on ourselves and not give up on whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish, not give up on our goals, because, you know, sometimes we do. And we be like, we'll come back to it later. But yeah, you got to stick to it.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Rocki.
So for you, Shannon, I'm sure this is like kind of a full circle moment because you've been grinding for so long for this moment. So describe how you feel and what you're thinking when you see yourself on screen, when you rewatch those things, Mississippi doing her thing on the pole. Like, what are you thinking and feeling?
It's such a proud moment. We had a Zoom the other day with the cast. So like all the series regulars were on this Zoom with Katori, and a bunch of us were just crying, bawling. Each person had something to say. We each got a turn to speak, and nobody could get through a sentence without crying, because we were just it was just such an emotional, experience, because we've all been working so hard to finally get a shot. And one thing that I said to Katori was just thank you for giving us a shot, because all of us are unknown actors. You've never heard of, before booking P-Valley, you could drop a name of any of these actors that are on the show. I didn't know, I wasn't familiar with anybody's work. And that was just one thing, like watching the show back, it was like, wow, these people are so talented. And if they were to just cast name actors that we've been seeing and everything for the past 10, 20 years, you would have never seen anybody like us on TV. You would have never seen our potential and how talented we are, so I was just happy that I didn't give up on myself.
I am too.
Same thing watching.
Love it. You just made me think of that there's really not a whole lot of big names. Like I know Isaiah Washington is a vet, but everybody else is pretty much new to us. So I love that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Christen.
So we're going to wrap it up, I think. If you had anything that you can share with the fans, we have plenty of folks that love them some Miss Mississippi and adore the show P-Valley. So if you could share anything with your fans, please let them know what you're thinking. Share your love.
Share as far as
just anything you'd like to say to your fans. Anything you'd like to say.
Be nice to me.
And I know exactly what you're referring to. So for the people who have not watched episode 8, the season finale, she's specifically speaking to a part in there where, she may have done something that people might be mad at her for. So be nice to her.
Don't have her mentions in shambles either.
Right. I felt her. I felt your character during that scene, and I had to initially I was mad, and then I had to really go back to where her character was coming from, because it's not that I can't say too much.
I was gonna say don't say too much. You're spilling.
I can't say too much, but I felt you, and after the initial anger, it became empathy, and I was just
it was a heartbreaking moment.
It was.
Sure.
I was surprised though. Okay, I can't say nothing else. You got 2 minutes.
I want to say to everybody, thank you all so much, to everybody who's been watching the show and supporting us and live tweeting with us every week, and who's so invested in these characters that y'all think that we are actually these people and that the pink actually exists. God bless you. But thank you so much, and I cannot wait to bring you back Miss Mississippi season 2. Cannot wait for it.
We can't wait.
Thank you, Shannon.
Yes.
Best wishes to you all. Thank you. Love it.
Thank you so much.
Tell Uncle Clifford, Nico, tell him we said hello, because we know that that's where you're running to. So tell him the girls at the wind-up said hello.
Yes, I will.
Okay, we'll see you soon. And tune in tonight, 8 p.m., episode 8, season finale. Watch Miss Mississippi do her thing. She's a great coach in that episode as well. I'm just saying, without saying too much, So thanks again, Shannon. We definitely appreciate it. And we're going to look forward to all of the great things that you have coming out.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I wish we could say what was going on in that episode, y'all.
See, you were spilling, girl. I was like,
I was trying to talk around it, but
yeah.
let me tell y'all who I was surprised at though. The boyfriend. I was surprised he was holding his own like that.
Right.
I was kind of angry. I was kind of angry because I wanted to be like, everybody know damn well if it went down like that, you know, Diamond wouldn't have none of that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing, but we're not gonna spill too much for those who haven't watched yet. I was thinking the same thought, like, okay.
That part.
I guess we underestimated that. I guess we underestimated some things. So
I want to know, how did they get together? That was actually one of my questions that I held on to, but I really want to know the backstory between her and Derek. Like, how, Sway? How?
And, you know, people were tripping that he's white, and she was saying, like, it doesn't matter what color you are. You know, she was kind of on her Twitter. People were really kind of going in about, like, how you going to have a white guy beating you up? And she was like, it doesn't matter, domestic. But, you know, I mean, it's just some of those biases that we have.
Oh, yeah.
But she was like, she let people know, like, it doesn't matter what color you are. And of course, people should know it doesn't matter what color you are. Domestic violence is experienced across
and it doesn't have
races.
A color. Right.
All races and socioeconomic backgrounds. So
yes, domestic violence doesn't have a doggone
right. But people were, that's some of the stuff people were saying. So
well, I can't wait for y'all to see it. Because it is good.
I watched so good. I watched it twice.
Just twice. Twice.
That and Power Book 2 started today too.
So did you watch Power Book 2? Because I put it on.
Haven't caught it yet. But I'm hearing a nice buzz about it, about Mary J is doing her thing. So shout out to MJB, you know.
Yes.
So a lot of us are talking about it.
Yeah, I turned it on. I definitely turned it on. I did not get a chance to I didn't get a chance to watch the entire episode, but I turned it on and it looks really good. It's very, very promising. So P-Valley is ending tonight and Power Book 2 is starting up tonight. So it's a great night for TV, guys.
Yes,
Sunday nights are rocking.
Can we just give a hand to the actors and everybody involved with P-Valley? Like, this show is like, I am so proud and impressed. Like, it's quality entertainment. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know if they knew what they had when they first came on. Like, but when we first initially like caught on to it, we got wind of it. We interviewed Brandy. We interviewed Brandy first on the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. And so that's when we were first intro to it. And once we seen the trailer, I was like, that's about to be the series of the summer. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but this is about to be the series of the summer.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw it, I originally thought, oh, okay, it's Players Club, the new Millennium version. Like, I wasn't sold. I was just like, okay, we got it. But when I tell you I am hooked, y'all know I'm hooked because when I text y'all on the text thread, it's like, no, those, I be slobbing like those new episodes. It's new episodes.
Girl, yes.
I'm a fan.
I love it.
I am too. And you know, hats off, like you said, Rocki, to all of the actors and actresses for displaying their chops.
That writer's room. Woo!
But listen, Little Murder. Let me tell y'all something about Little Murder. Okay, so there are a lot of discussions going on about Little Murder and how fine he is, how great of an actor he is, how believable he is, and he's all of that. And I just never would have got that from Madam C.J. Walker. What was the character he played in Madam C.J. Walker? Like,
he was in Madam C.J. Walker.
Yes.
He was the what?
He was the boyfriend. He was the daughter's boyfriend. He was
boyfriend. Yeah, the daughter's husband.
Yes. Yes. And then
burned down the house.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Wow, I forgot. He did pretty well in that too.
He did okay, but he was still like a background actor to me. Like he was an afterthought. Like he wasn't a Blair or or Octavia Spencer. He was kind of like in the background.
Right.
On P Valley, baby, he showed up.
Yeah.
He was very believable.
I think he's a great actor.
For sure.
That scene in the car when he hooked up the car, that little date they had in Uncle Clifford's car, that touched my heart. Love it. That just showed you that love. It don't
Porsha,
matter.
what that look? Porsha, what's that look?
Nothing.
It was still a beautiful moment. It was a beautiful moment.
Okay, so listen, y'all. So we just gonna talk about the elephant in the room. So there are a lot of discussions going on about him being gay, or really portraying a gay actor, or being bi. I don't. Is that what they call guys? Bi. Nonetheless, yeah. So let's talk about it. What's your actor?
Believe it. The two actors that was in Brokeback Mountain, were they gay? Are they gay?
I'm just telling y'all what I read in some of these discussions.
Okay, so you know what? This is part of the issue with America. We really, sexuality is taboo in America. This is why, I mean, we're so taboo about the boundaries of sex and sexuality. And I feel like just like any other actor plays a murderer or a psychopath, or you play a teacher, if you play a gay character, it's a certain level. It's people misunderstand the craft of acting. Like it's like any other job. Just like you go to your 9 to 5 and you like, this is not really what I want to do, but I'm doing it at this 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
You acting.
I act a lot of times in those staff meetings when I want to punch somebody in the throat.
You're acting, right?
Just tell me what you need. You're acting. So
yes. So I'm no judgment, right? So I think he's an excellent actor, whatever his sexuality is. He has a fiance. I did hear a live with him and Nico, and he was discussing, how people were perceiving him. And he said all that really matters is like once he read the script and then he considered doing the role, he said he took it to his fiance, he took it to his family. He let them know this is what the character entails. He said once they were good, he was like, it's whatever.
Yeah,
I'm doing it. I'm doing the role. So kudos to him. And who cares? Like I'm from San Francisco, born and raised. I did attend high school here in Detroit, but we grew up around that. Like, so it's no judgment. It's nothing that's surprising. It's nothing new under the sun, especially for me. So that's what we grew up looking at, seeing. It was just another day. It was just another person. They were our cliche best friends, right? Honestly. Hunty.
I love me some Judy's. Hunty, yes.
Yeah.
So they eat, sleep, and boo-boo just like us. So, I mean, I know, but that's what I'm saying. American society, for us, we have been indoctrinated into that heterosexuality is the thing. Let's be, that it is still the most prevalent thing. So still when you have LGBTQ stories, and again, that's what makes P-Valley so groundbreaking, because they're showing, because I loved how they showed Uncle Clifford and his grandma, that whole little storyline. I mean, I just love how they showed that they were real people.
I feel like that storyline is underrated. Like, I feel like two actors on P-Valley have not gotten like their roses because they're not main characters. Isaiah Washington as the mayor, and Loretta Devine.
Yep.
Like they are two,
absolutely.
They're powerhouse actors. Like, let's be clear. And I feel like, like, why aren't people celebrating them?
Honestly, they both came in the later episode, so they weren't main characters from the beginning. And I think that just being in some of these discussion groups, people are in love with Loretta Devine. You don't necessarily see them talking about it like that, but people are in love with her. As well as Isaiah Washington. I love his character. I got an uncle like Isaiah. Listen. I know Isaiah. He walked in that red suit. I was like, that's my uncle. That's my
red from head to toe, honey. Head to toe.
With the herringbone. With the herringbone chain on.
I bet you he had on some red gaiters too.
Hey, girl,
with the herringbone chain. He had a herringbone chain on.
Yes. So I know people like that in real life. So yes, they
see next season. Like I really want them to go back into their characters, like love character development from how he became the mayor to even how Loretta Devine's character, like how she, what was it called? Ernestine's? Is that what was the name of the club?
Yep, Miss Ernestine's, her juke joint. Yep.
Yep, her juke joint. I would love to see, just because grandma was a mess. Grandma was a mess and a half. You know, back in the day, she was something.
Yes. So what do y'all think is going to happen next season? What do y'all want to see next season? So we saw, look, it's almost 8:00. If y'all ain't seen the damn episode by now,
we can't say
can't feel it.
I'm just saying.
I think relationships are going to continue to evolve.
Producer talk about don't do it. Listen, we got 20 minutes. Okay, so
so I predict. So this is something that people haven't seen. I predict that the pink is going to be saved, and they are going to renovate it and turn it into just like it's going to be lit. That's what I'm predicting.
Can we say what happened at the end of the episode regarding the pink being saved?
No.
Okay.
I'm usually the one spilling the tea. Porsha, now I'm trying to be good. Nah, she said, "No, ma'am."
Okay, fine. Anyway,
we'll talk about it next.
We'll talk about it.
That's what we'll do. There we go.
We're gonna talk about it next.
Okay, we'll talk about that next week.
But I love how the relationships have evolved throughout the show. I love that.
Yeah, I can't wait I want to see more flashbacks. Like I want to see more flashbacks.
Yes, more backstories.
Because we've gone through a whole season and we've learned a lot, but it's still so much more to know. Like Patrice and Mercedes. Like
y'all in my head today. I was just about to say that Patrice Woodbine.
Whew, that
y'all heard what she told her
too. Go ahead.
I said y'all heard what she told her. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not spilling nothing else. But y'all heard what she told her.
Ashley, mute. Portia's mic. Just
y'all heard what Mercedes at the end of the episode. Okay, I'm done with it. I'm not gonna spill it, but damn. Okay, what you saying, Christen?
So that Miss Patrice Woodbine, I need to know. I need answers because
about Mercedes.
Even I'm not gonna say. I'm not even gonna say what happened in this last episode. But what I will say is, it was unexpected. Like you thought you saw the end of Patrice and Mercedes, so you thought. Watch the episode. Watch the season finale.
I'm not gonna say what she said was cold-blooded.
Hurt your feelings. Get your feelings hurt.
She kind of turned. I want to see more Mercedes and the baby daddy. That backstory. Her daughter. Pregnancy. How did he die? How did the wife end up with custody of her daughter? All of that. That's what I want to see.
Can I say something terrible? When you said I want to see more about Mercedes and her baby daddy, I immediately thought about Maine. Y'all know Maine.
Well, his fine so.
And I was like,
shout out to Thomas Jones. That's Cuddy Buddy from Being Mary Jane.
Yes, we can never get enough of Mr. Thomas Jones. I'd like to see more Maine. Like, Maine, what you do to get locked up in the first place? Like, Maine, but
they down south. They could have did anything to get locked up. But I want to see more of Montavious' backstory. Because they sat up there. Damn it, I can't say what I want to say.
Let's just switch. Can we switch and talk about current events? Let's just switch it. Let's just drop it and talk about current
we got about 15 minutes.
Shout out Big Sean right quick before we get
D2 is in the house. Big Sean and D2 Detroit. Yes, so Big Sean dropped his album D2. And from what I'm hearing, the reviews that I've read, they said it's fire. So
It is. It is.
So, can I speak for like the 40-year-olds and up?
What?
Just I'm just so I woke up Friday morning and I saw D2 was trending and I was like D2 no Detroit 2 and I was like, oh, what's that? Then I saw it was Big Sean. I was like, okay, bet. Like I've been to a Big Sean concert. I like one of his albums. I can't remember which one, but it was really good. So I was like, let me take a listen. I went out on a Friday night. I didn't go nowhere. I just went driving around a little bit. Had the D2 bumping. Had the Friday night, was it Friday night Cypher? Because I remember back in the day, that was a Detroit thing. Friday nights, they had the ciphers on the radio. So I was like, you know what? And it's got cashed out. I'm going to listen to it. And I was driving and I was like, okay, let me put on Mix 92.3 because I'm clearly too old.
Slow it down. Let me slow it down.
I gave up the ghost because clearly I think I'm old. I think I hit that point where I used to listen to like hip hop and R&B. Like I'm a big trap head. But I'm just like mellow, like, yeah, no, give me some good Earth, Wind, and Fire, because
it's not ratchet. He has a lot of insightful lyrics.
And it was a good, I mean, I just listened to that one song, and I tried.
No, girl, you gotta listen. You gotta listen to.
I'm looking for another song. Okay, I'm looking for another song that's a big hit. Like I Don't Fuck With You. That was my anthem for a long time.
I'm telling y'all, this album, he is grown up, y'all. He is mature. It's like, who doesn't he have on here? He got Stevie Wonder, Keith Sweat.
Okay.
They're doing interludes. Dave Chappelle is speaking. Erykah Badu. He's got Cash Doll, Jeannie Aiko, Eminem, Royce the Five Nine, Travis Scott. Key Wayne.
So is he singing on this album? Is he rapping on this album? He got Big Sean. I mean, he got all these people.
He's doing a feature. He's doing features on all his songs.
Right. But him by himself, he still stands out. That's Big Sean still can stand. That's what I was going to say. Even though it's inundated with a lot of guest appearances, when he's doing by himself, his flows, you can tell he has grown up. He's introspective. It's insightful. He's raw still. I mean, he still has a few times where he just be saying bitch for no reason. I'm like, okay, that was a little excessive, Big Sean. So I can get what you're saying, Christen, but it's still, he's getting back to the lyricism of it. And I love how he's been transparent about what he's gone through and what he's done. So, and he spoke about his mental health on there too, about how he's, has some moments where he has some dark thoughts. So I really respect how he kind of evolved in a way. So y'all listen to it a little bit more, Christen, because that Friday Night Cypher, that's not really a true testament of the whole.
That was a false start. I shouldn't have started with that.
No, I'm telling you, push play from the beginning.
I'll try
push play from the beginning. I promise you. But even still, shout out to our fellow Cast Tech Brad and Detroiter.
Cast Tech. Did I do that wrong?
I think it's a solid.
So far removed from. Anyway, my babies go to Cast Tech. Okay, so y'all know how far removed I am. Somebody talking about DSA, Cast Tech. I want to shout out D Shields. D Shields is one of our top fans on Facebook. Hey D girl, happy that you are here with us on the wind up. And she said, shout out to Porsha for keeping it real with you. My comment, you getting locked up for anything down south. And that's the truth. Like I went to school down there. I went to Grambling.
Being black.
So shout out to GSU, shout out to Grambling, but you get locked up for anything down south. So y'all just gotta be real.
As a reminder, arrest Breonna Taylor's killers, and is yet another story that we saw again. This one happened back in March though, but it's like it's like influx of family of videos and injustice coming out now.
I'm not gonna I need to figure out what network that was, but they had a special on her today and we watched it, and they showed footage from the boyfriend, the current boyfriend. They just gave more of a backstory in terms of what really happened. They were looking for Breonna's ex-boyfriend, and they were saying that she was still in contact with him, even though she was living with her newer boyfriend, and she was accepting calls from him from jail. They played the jail calls and all of that. And then they said that she was accepting packages from him. The thing was, he was a drug dealer, and that's who they were after. And when they went to her house, they said that she lived in like the good part of town, and the house that was the trap house, I guess it was a trap house, allegedly, was weighing on the other side of town. Anyway, they said they were looking for the ex-boyfriend, and it wasn't far-fetched that the ex-boyfriend would have been in the same house as Breonna Taylor. So, I mean, shout out to, I believe it was ABC Network that put that together. It was very informative. You guys will have to go see it. They talked to Breonna's mother. They talked to the current boyfriend. They didn't talk to the ex-boyfriend because he's locked up. But they were just, they shed light on what really actually happened. They gave the mom the runaround in terms of where her daughter was and how she died, and they sent her to the hospital. She went back to the crime scene. She said that her daughter was still in the apartment like hours later, a half a day later. And she said when they finally told her that the daughter was still in the apartment, she knew what that meant. I mean, can you just imagine being a mom, having to find out that your child has died in a very gruesome way, and it was no fault of her own, and then you guys are out here lying about it? So yes, arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. It was a no-knock warrant, and they executed it. And the boyfriend said that they banged on the door, didn't say anything, banged on the door, didn't say anything, and then they kicked in the door. And so the boyfriend, who was armed, he said he has a license to carry. He said he shot, and he was being honest. He was like, I didn't know who was at the door, so I shot. He said,
they didn't say police open up.
No, he said they didn't say anything.
The police didn't say anything.
Yeah,
no.
He said the police didn't say anything, and so he
y'all
said
banging on like a bunch of thugs, huh? So they thugs.
Right. And that documentary, it's called "The Killing of Breonna Taylor." It's on FX and Hulu.
Okay, it's on Hulu. That's right.
I don't understand it. I mean, it's just, what is the holdup?
Yeah,
I don't get it. It's no.
Yeah.
Well, it's sad because that literally could have been any one of us.
Right.
Like, just
exactly.
circumstances. Like they could have it could have been anyone. And I think of all of the different cases that are going on, like Kentucky, they better get it together, and they really need to arrest those killers. Like, period, because it can only get worse, and it can only go downhill from here. And the fact that how long has it been? How long has it been?
Since March.
Since March. What is this? 6 months.
6 months.
It's just crazy.
Attorney General better get it together.
Ryan Cameron, while you out there having engagement parties and trying to marry people, trying to marry other people, like, can you get it together, please?
And one thing I also wanted to say too is I really want us to start talking about encouraging folks to get their families to vote.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but everybody and their mama has been talking about registering to vote, make sure you vote, make sure. But now I think at this point, we have to do more than just talking about it. We literally have to grab auntie, grab uncle, grab cousins, like, yo, did you vote? Did you get your absentee ballot? Did you register for your absentee ballot? Did you send it off? I think those conversations need to happen weekly.
Yeah,
daily. I mean, listen, November 3rd is right around the corner, baby. Right around the corner.
We're in September, so we have one more month really to go before we get out and vote, and we have to make it count this time.
What's most important about this election as well is with so many people like 45 trying to question the validity of absentee voting. And then you have Russia and China. And it was just an article that came out yesterday saying Facebook had acknowledged that there have been some outside interference already trying to interfere with the election or with the election marketing. It's like, we have to vote to the point where it's literally a landslide. Like there can be no question.
And then, we need to show up in Obama numbers.
Right.
We need Obama numbers. Just like we showed up for Obama, we need to show up this time.
Absolutely. Yep. And then you have Agent Orange, is what we call them on the morning show. Then you have Agent Orange out here encouraging people to vote twice. You guys
North
should vote
Carolina.
twice. Why would you do that? Like, that's a blatant. Why would you do that? Of course, it's a redundant question, but why would you do that? And
First,
then
it's illegal, and then two, it's punishable. It's a federal crime.
Right.
So if
And
any
it's
of
just
Agent
unethical.
45's home people, like any of y'all homeboys, want to go ahead and try it, yeah, that's fed. That's fed time.
But
So
that's
don't
their
do that.
homeboy. That's their homeboy though. He gonna get him out. He's going to enact a bill, a law that says it's no longer a felony. So go ahead and vote twice. Like, I mean, it's just ridiculous at this point. So everyone take someone to the polls with you.
Right.
Take your chairs, take your lunch, take your coffee, take everything to the polls with you that you need to take. I don't necessarily trust the mail system. So if you have to take it to your city clerk's office, walk it down there. Like drop it off.
And on top of that,
Research.
tag if you're still on the call now, if you're still watching on Facebook Live, tag the person that you're gonna take to the polls with you. Just tag them.
Idea.
They'll know. Tag them. Let them know.
Right.
Yeah, we partnering up at the poll.
And research
Yes,
those
y'all.
candidates too, because
Yes,
those local elections are matter a lot as well. Who's going to be your next prosecutor, the judges, who's going to be your county commissioner? Those weigh very heavily. So make sure that you research those people. We've got the internet. It's not. We discuss what we're going to do for the family barbecue. We do all of that. Let's discuss how we're going to strategize and vote. Like,
absolutely. Seriously. Okay, y'all, we got 4 minutes left. We uncorked a lot today, mainly talking to Shannon Thornton, Miss Mississippi, M.I. Cricket letter, humpback. So we talked to her. It's almost time for P-Valley to start. I will be watching it again live. I will be live tweeting as well. I'm gonna go join Shannon Thornton and Nico Annan's watch party that they have going on as well. But it's been fun, y'all. So next week is what? September 13th? Who do we have next week? I think we have Rodney Foster. Rodney Foster is on the reality TV show Married to Millions, and he is a wine owner. Yep, he's a wine owner, and the name of his wine is Edelheist. Say yes, that's the name of his wine. The name of his wine is Edelheist. He's actually sending us some, so we will be drinking on Edelheist wine next week, just so that you ladies know.
I'm ready.
Wine tasting. Cheers.
Yes. So we did interview him on the morning show, and he's fun, great. He said no questions are off limits. If you guys haven't had a chance, go catch up with the series. He has his fiance Desiree. That storyline is crazy, y'all. So go catch up on it.
Well, we can tell because you did fiance. You know when it's air quotes.
Right. Go catch up on it. And we'll catch up. Oh yeah, he did.
How many seasons is this show? Is it
2? It's only 2,
okay,
but he's in the second season, so you could start from season 2.
All right, good. All right.
Mm-hmm. So he said the wine it's better served warm. So ladies, we have to experiment before we the red wine. So we have to experiment before we get on screen with this. So it's supposed to be coming this week. I can't wait. I love to try new wines. It's getting colder. Wasn't it a little cold today, y'all?
Yes. The past 2 days have been cold.
I'm
Yeah, I
just
had to
saying,
pull my comforter up.
We had to turn the air off. I was like, it's freezing.
That's the best. Listen, having all the air off and all the windows up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I ain't gonna say
I'm a fan of. I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of Christmas, but I did like cold air in wintertime. But I did put my Christmas trees up September 1st.
What you mean?
I'm just saying, like, oh yes, ma'am. My Christmas tree is up.
Yes, baby.
You got the lights on it and everything?
No. So see, I had to make the transition. So no lights, no decorations. They're up, both of them in their corners. It looks really nice and green, and a little green element to the living room. But trust, October 1st, We tossing in some decorations.
I love it. We trying to get a Christmas trip going on. I don't know about this doggone COVID.
Right, we need to come down to ATL. Maria Burgess, excuse me if I'm pronouncing it incorrect, said it's hot down at ATL. We know it's always hot at ATL, baby.
Yes, it is hot. But I want to go to a beach. So I got to figure out a trip for Christmas, y'all. We definitely are in
Mexico
need
is
of
nice.
Well, I don't know if I want to take. I'm talking about taking my kids though, so I don't know if I want to take them out of the country just yet. But we might go to Hawaii.
That's nice. Hawaii.
We might go to Hawaii though. Yeah, we might take a family trip.
What them COVID numbers looking like in
That's
Hawaii?
what I'm talking about. They went down. I gotta recheck them. I've been monitoring though. The COVID numbers in Puerto Rico kept spiking. I'm like, damn, Puerto Rico, just when I was about to go.
Yeah.
And then are you gonna go somewhere where you have to get tested before you go?
I don't know.
I'm afraid of those
certain
tests.
places.
Don't be sticking stuff up my nose.
I'm hoping that Hawaii is not one of those places. I have not read about that yet. So
I think Jamaica is one where you have to take a test. Yep, Jamaica is one of them.
Aruba is one.
Yeah, Aruba is one.
Got back from Aruba.
You did
and double check certain places are asking you to quarantine after you get there, just in case. So just check on that too. Some places are requiring that you quarantine yourself even after you've arrived.
I'm willing to spend a month. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm willing to spend a month. The boys, they're remote. You know, they can take their computers. We got them set up on homeschool. So let's do it.
We need
COVID is messing stuff up. I was gonna
this
say
year.
the F word. But it's messing stuff up. Okay, y'all, it's 8:01. We gotta go. P Valley is on. And if y'all didn't see P Valley, go run and watch it right now because Miss Mississippi is about to do her thing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Damn.
Miss Mississippi about to go do her thing. She plays a coach. She plays a savior. She plays a mom. She did her thing in this episode.
Okay. You gotta see it.
Y'all gotta see it. We'll see y'all next week. And we need to toast. Did we toast? We didn't toast.
Kinda, sorta, not officially.
Kinda.
Okay, let's toast the season finale, P Valley. Let's also toast to arresting the cops to kill Breonna Taylor. And let's also toast to a good
voting.
To voting. Damn it. We're gonna
take your souls to the polls.
Take your souls to the polls. Each one teach one. Each one take one. All right, y'all. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Porsha Monique, Rocki from Rocki's Reality, and Christen Roshan. Bye, y'all.